Welcome to Invasion. And the first match is for the Intercontinental Championship match. Edge defends the Intercontinental title against Lance Storm.
You now got I Wanna Be You playing now. So, Lance Storm becomes the new Intercontinental Champion.
If the next match is for the Hardcore Championship match. Rob Van Dam defends the Hardcore title against Chris Kanyon.
So you made the matches official. Well then, time for an into a head-to-head tipping point by facing off against Clive. Now to put KD Ford up to last place.
Don't you dare do it, Chris Kanyon, or Rob Van Dam will retain his Hardcore Championship.
Too bad, they are through right away. So now it's time for Millionaire Series 10, starting with Richard Brown.
That's it. Rob Van Dam retains the Hardcore Championship. The next match is the Hardy Boys vs Chuck Palumbo and Sean O'Haire.
You now got MCB live on the TV. So, Chuck Palumbo and Sean O'Haire wins.
The next match is for the European Championship match. X-Pac defends the European title against Chris Benoit.
You got distractions from Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. And now, X-Pac retains the European Championship.
The next match is for the Tag Team Championships match. The Undertaker and Kane defends the tag titles against Booker T and Diamond Dallas Page.
You got Ride With Me on Capital FM. Now, Booker T and Diamond Dallas Page becomes the new Tag Team Champions.
The next match is Vince McMahon vs Ric Flair.
And Eric Bischoff is right. Time for Ric Flair to win.
It's time for the main event. It's a fashion sale match. If the NWO win, every WCW wrestler can appear on WWF programming. If the NWO lose, every WCW wrestler can never appear on WWF programming again. Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, and Kurt Angle versus the NWO.
Looks here for you. It's Goldberg. Time for the NWO to win.
Welcome to No Mercy. And the first match is for the Tag Team Championships match. Booker T and Diamond Dallas Page defends the tag titles against the APA.
You now got 21 seconds. So, Booker T and Diamond Dallas Page retains the Tag Team Championships.
The next match is for the Women's Championship match. Lita defends the women's title against Tori Wilson.
So you made the matches official. Well then, time for Dale into a head-to-head tipping point by facing off against Allison. Now to put Matt Hardy up to last place.
Don't you dare do it, Tori Wilson, or Lita will retain her women's championship.
Well, too late. Those two are through to the next round. So get ready for third trimester.
That's it. Lita retains the women's championship. The next match is for the Intercontinental Championship match. Lance Storm defends the Intercontinental title against Edge and Chris Benoit.
So Chris Benoit, guess who's the one who costed you the match? It's Eddie Guerrero. Now it's time for Lance Storm to retain.
The next match is for the European Championship match. X-Pac defends the European title against William Regal.
You just got Dream 100. So, X-Pac retains the European Championship.
The next match is Kurt Angle, The Undertaker and Kane vs the NWO.
You now got Jumbo Pop from Justin. And now, the NWO wins.
The next match is for the Hardcore Championship match. Rob Van Dam defends the Hardcore title against The Big Show.
I just about had enough of RVD. I would add Martin into a head-to-head tipping point by facing off against Linda. Now to put Kane up to last place.
Don't you dare do it, The Big Show, or Rob Van Dam will retain his Hardcore Championship.
Well, too bad, they are through anyways. So now it's time for you and Dave to talk about press conference from the politics.
That's it. Rob Van Dam retains the Hardcore Championship. The next match is The Rock vs Ric Flair.
So you made the matches official? Well then, time for Pat Patterson into a head-to-head tipping point by facing off against Mae Young. Now to put Anna Uso up to last place.
Don't you dare do it, Ric Flair, or The Rock to win a match.
Well, that's just too bad. They threw anyways. So get ready for Alex Kramer to be on air for beauty gift ideas.
That's it. The Rock wins. It's time for the main event. And it's for the WWF Championship match. Stone Cold Steve Austin defends the WWF title against Goldberg. No contest. Welcome to Survivor Series. And the first match is for the Cruiserweight Championship match. Billy Kidman defends the Cruiserweight title against Tajiri.
You now got Blue Darby from the Crystal Shards. And now, Billy Kidman retains the Cruiserweight Championship.
The next match is for the Women's Championship match. Lita defends the women's title against Jazz.
You got kidnapped from the Garage Ladies. So, Jazz becomes the new Women's Champion.
The next match is for the European Championship match. X-Pac defends the European title against Edge. So you made the match as official? Well then, I would have bobbed House into a head-to-head tipping point by facing off against Dan. Now to put Christian up to last place. Don't you dare do it, X-Pac, or Edge will become the new European champion. Well, too late, they are through anyways. So now it's time for the WWF episode of The Weakest Link. That's it. Edge becomes the new European champion. The next match is for the Intercontinental Championship match. Lance Storm defends the Intercontinental title against Jeff Hardy.
You got your radio from Bespoke. Time for Lance Storm to retain.
The next match is Chris Benoit vs Eddie Guerrero.
You now got the man, and she bangs. So, Eddie Guerrero wins.
The next match is a head-to-head tipping point match. Shane McMahon vs Goldberg.
You got Taz's loading screen. Time for Goldberg to win.
It's time for the main event. It's the winner takes control of WWF. Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, Kurt Angle, The Undertaker, and Kane vs Hollywood Hulk Hogan, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, Ric Flair, and Chris Jericho.
You just got Let's Get Ready to Rumble from the Pure Garage Base, breaks, and beats. So, Hollywood Hulk Hogan, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, Ric Flair, and Chris Jericho wins.
Welcome to Starcade. And the first match is for the Undisputed Tag Team Championships match. Booker T and Diamond Dallas Page defends the Undisputed Tag titles against the Dudley Boys.
You now got it's the number one from Sirius. So, Booker T and Diamond Dallas Page retains the Undisputed Tag Team Championships.
The next match is for the Cruiserweight Championship match. Billy Kidman defends the Cruiserweight title against Spike Dudley.
You got Strictly Underground playing now. So, Billy Kidman retains the Cruiserweight Championship.
The next match is for the Hardcore Championship match. Rob Van Dam defends the Hardcore title against Eddie Guerrero, Chris Kanyon, and Chris Benoit.
You got Barney Brummies who let the dogs out. So, Eddie Guerrero becomes the new Hardcore Champion.
The next match is for the European Championship match. Edge defends the European title against X-Pac. So you made the match as official? Well then, time for Gerald Briscoe into a head-to-head tipping point by facing off against the Fabulous Moolah. Now to put Stephanie up to last place. Don't you dare do it, X-Pac, or Edge will retain his European Championship. Too bad, they are through to the next round. So now get ready for Patsy's Club workout, starting with Slap Happy. That's it. Edge retains the European Championship. The next match is The Undertaker vs Chris Jericho.
You now got Can You Dig It from Fight Music. Time for Chris Jericho to win.
The next match is for the Women's Championship match. Jazz defends the women's title against Lita.
You just got tickets to the Old School Kiss 100 show. So, Jazz retains the Women's Championship.
The next match is for the Intercontinental Championship match. Lance Storm defends the Intercontinental title against Christian.
So, you got Neutrino with So Solid. And now, Lance Storm retains the Intercontinental Championship.
The next match is the Hardy Boys vs the NWO.
You got Blue Darby from the Rappers. Time for the NWO to win.
The next match is Kane versus The Big Show.
You got MCDT on Garage Fever. Time for the Big Show to win.
The next match is The Rock versus Goldberg.
You now got Tiger Bone. Time for Goldberg to win.
It's time for the main event. And it's for the Undisputed Championship match. Kurt Angle versus Hollywood Hulk Hogan.
You got phone calls from the only one I know you cause you're famous. And now, Hollywood Hulk Hogan becomes the new Undisputed Champion.